Hello everyone, hopefully this setup is okay, but sorry I'm posting this a little late. I had just some weird energy I somehow caught earlier today, and I want to make sure that was clear so I can give you guys precise messages from spirit. And personally, I just wanted to shake that off myself as well. But today, so we're going to do the weekly energy from the 29th of November through the 5th of December. We're going to switch it up a little bit today. I did draw like our monthly or weekly theme. I apologize. But I'm going to be using tarot cards for most of this. I do have a bunch of oracle decks nearby. I have some other divination tools too. I have my angel dice, pendulum, something you could use for bibliomancy. I'm just going to go with intuition today, and I want to do the tarot because I feel like that's just what speaks to me and what I get the most thorough and detailed messages from, and I think that'll be super useful. And I also have been studying this week's astrology, like where the transits are, where the planets, the aspects, all of that. We have a new moon coming this Saturday in Sagittarius, so I'm taking that into consideration. I have that all nearby in case I feel called to look up more information. And yeah, I think that's it. If you're not already subscribed and you like this kind of thing, please do so. I do weekly readings. I also do daily readings. I mostly post those like a one-card draw on TikTok, but I'm trying to post them here sometimes. But you can catch daily content over there. And I plan to start doing like pick a card readings and other spiritual content. So if you guys have any suggestions, you're more than welcome. I actually encourage you to leave them down below. But let's get started. So the only thing I have drawn so far was the overall energy of the week, and I use a wild unknown archetypes deck like I have been, and I think this is great. So it's the thread. And what this means is a lot of times in life, or most of our lives, we feel like we're barely hanging on to a thread, like life is kind of chaotic, you're trying to pull it together. And this is like this moment in time where you just like something happens, maybe something profound happens, or it's just something like hearing a song or like seeing an old friend or a good conversation. And all of a sudden you just get like pulled back together, and you start to like remember like what your like true like wishes are, what your path is, what you came to this world to do, and things are just so much clearer. And I think that's so beautiful, like and inspiring. So I think this week has a lot of potential. I mean, sometimes it could be a little hard like to work through some things, but once you do, it'll be good. I don't know why that just came out of my mouth. I feel like there's going to be some rough patches, but we'll see what the cards say. But I think Spirit is telling us to really like look back at memories. Like, when did you feel the most alive and in tune with yourself? And what were the details? Like, what was happening then? Because I think in those details, in that memory, when you were super happy, you just felt whole, that is where you will find that thread piece, and you can pull yourself together, and the path to your true destiny, what you want, will be so much clearer. So I love the energy so far, and it goes kind of like with Sagittarius season, new moon, and all of that. But let's continue. So I just have my tried and true deck right here. This deck is like worn. I've only been using it for like since June or something, but I get the best readings from here. I know so many people have like their pretty decks and all of that, so I already shuffled it, but let's see. So Spirit, please provide us some insights, clear and accurate messages, guidance for the collective. What do we need to know for this week, the week of November 29th to the 5th of December? So I'm going to draw 3 cards now to represent the like overall like linear progression of the week, and then we'll break it down into further cards after that. Thank you, Spirit, for your help. Or sometimes it takes a minute to call for the card or it pops out. Spirit, please provide us with clear message and helpful guidance to navigate this week. It's a card for the beginning of the week. Oh, well, that's awesome. Start. Ace of Cups upright. Okay, let's get going. please provide more insight. Middle of the week. Shit, a lot just dropped out and I'm not gonna. Yeah, I think that's a sign for me to slow down and concentrate on the question. But with the Ace of Cups, that just is, any ace I just see, depending on the other cards around it, but like, it's like a fresh start. Like a new connection, something positive is coming. But let's see, I'll have to see what the other cards say, but I think that is a great start. Ooh, and then we have the 10 of Wands, which suggests off the bat, like once you have this fresh start, there's gonna be some sort of release of burden or anxiety or some pressures you have. But, woo. So 2 cards popped out. I'm just gonna leave them here. So I felt like these were intentional. So the just overall theme, like a linear progression of the week, Ace of Cups, the 10 of Wands reverse, and then the 9 of Wands upright, and then the 4 of Swords upright. So I think Spirit is telling us to like get more in touch with our spiritual side, and I feel like there's going to be, once you do this, there's going to be some sort of release of pressure, like, and you might have some like old wounds you have to work towards, and you really need to cut yourself some slack and give yourself a break. That's what I'm getting right off the bat, but we're going to get a lot more details and pull this thread together, this story together in just a moment. Let's take a look at this. I'm shuffling. So Spirit, please provide us details. Looks like there's going to be some sort of new beginning. Like divine inspiration, I'm getting that. And a release of burdens. Maybe we'll figure out what our true passion is. And we'll do this by looking back, like looking back at old memories, maybe taking a break and meditating on it. Please confirm this or give us more details on what you mean. Maybe drawing like about 7 cards or whatever feels like whatever my intuition says, whatever Spirit wants us to do. Please, thank you. And if you hear anything, my cat is playing so happily in the background. I love that. I just got her some new toys, and I feel bad I am getting her new toys more recently, you know, quicker, because she's so happy. The 7 of Swords reversed. Looks like there might be some deception revealed at the beginning of the week. It makes us feel pretty crappy. But I think this might lead us to a new beginning. Let's see, Spirit, please provide more information for us. Thank you. Good. Yeah, I see ourselves breaking away from old ways, like realizing like whatever situation you're in or something happens that makes you hurt, but then it breaks up your routine and gives you an opportunity for a fresh start. So let's, yeah, Swords reverse. A lot of reverse cards. Has more information, guys. Thank you. Let's see how many we have. And the Empress. So what is going on here? feel like there's definitely chaotic energy this week, which kind of goes with what the thread was saying in the beginning, like you're barely hanging on a thread, but then you realize like something clicks, you get some sort of message and you're able to pull it all together and see things more clearly and figure out what really is the thing that's going to make you happier, what you're destined to do. And I kind of see that here. So this is all like the days of the week, pretty much. Like linear progression is what I was asking. So it looks like something's going to be revealed. Maybe some backstabbing, deception of some sort. And it's not going to make you feel good. It's going to cause some negative emotions. And you might feel down in the dumps at the beginning of this week. But something tells me this is going to break you out of your old habits and routines. And after this heartache, it's going to suck. Like it always does. Even if you know it's good for you to end something, it's going to release, you're just going to feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders, like, and realize that that was not the right path for you. And I feel like this person I don't know, I'm just assuming it's a person, but it could also be like, since we have a lot of like wands and swords, it could also be like some sort of career maybe. But whatever it is making you feel pretty shitty. Like there's some mean energy coming out of the Queen of Swords. Maybe someone is a little verbally harsh often to you or blocks you from doing what you want. Like you're feeling stuck in that situation, like no way out. But I think Spirit's telling you there is a way out and it's okay to be alone. The Empress, you end the week thriving. Knight of Cups reversed. I wonder if this is like the blockage is like these two people between you. I feel like there's just there's a person or something that's been mean and not letting you express your emotions or not caring or not, like maybe you're doing all the work for this and you're putting all the effort in, but they're not doing it. They're not meeting you halfway. They don't do anything. Like you might express yourself, but they just kind of react in a negative way and manner, and they aren't respecting your emotions. And I think Spirit's telling you to rise up. And I read these cards as like energies. It doesn't have to be like a specific gender or anything like that, but like I think you're being called to realize your self-worth and breaking free of whatever this thing or person is going to make you find out what makes you truly feel like that queen or king that like you deserve to be. But I think you gotta break out of this tradition, whatever's going on. It might be something that makes you feel really uncomfortable, but yeah. Let's get some more information. Spirit, can you provide us some information on what this deception and heartache relates to? So I know Neptune turns direct in the middle of the week, which will heighten our intuition and our awareness. So maybe like we'll get free of this blockage and see that this guy is really not a Prince Charming. I don't know why it might relate to some people, but this came out right on the ground. But I think it is some controlling figure, a boss or a lover or parent that is just really dragging you down and keeping your vibes low. That's causing this negative emotion, and it's time to break free, release the burdens of this. You deserve so much better, and then once you do so, you'll have this time to like see your true purpose. There won't be this like blockage. You won't feel stuck anymore, stuck between like this mean and someone who doesn't control their emotions, doesn't care, they're self-centered, and then you're there just wanting to be loved or have a like happy career. I really do think this is relationship related. I don't know why. and it could be any form, but something is blocking you. And in the middle of the week, I think you're going to have this awakening, and might come in the form of something really upsetting, like the ending of something with this Emperor. But let's get 2 more cards at least. Can you clarify this information, please? Thank you. Like, you don't need this Emperor to be the Empress. Oh, can you see this? Oh. God, cards are flying out. I don't know what direction that was. Like, maybe there's some things you've been wanting to do, like a spiritual thing. Like, I know a lot of people right now, especially with the transits, are kind of having this spiritual awakening in a sense, or being more affected by the cosmos. Or it's not just me. I know I've gone through it like in the past year or whatever, but like, I feel like being held down, like feeling like what you really want to do will upset your family, your spouse, your friends. And you know what? F it. You have to do you. Like, if you want to be whole, like, I think you're being called to do something right now, and it will make you feel so much better in the end. But please clarify this. Give us more information, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, I think this blockage is happening is you not listening to your intuition. But I think when Neptune goes direct, and there's some other factors too, I'll look in a second, but you gotta listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, and not be so in your head. Because there's a lot of Swords cards which are more, you know, intellect, like headstrong people. They don't really act on emotions, but there's some balance that needs to be found, because right now all that talk in your head, that chatter, that thought process, it's blocking you from the life you should be living. And I think you're being called to look inside, maybe become more spiritual, talk to your spirit guides, and it's time for a fresh start and the release of all this baggage and negative emotions and negative people that have been around. And might leave you feeling a little bruised and stuff, but you'll come out even tougher because of it. And you'll finally be able to, like, just feel like relax. And I think Spirit's definitely saying it's time to meditate and get in touch with your guides. And if that sounds weird to you, maybe you're really into something more like Orthodox or something, it's okay. Like, you don't have to be any denomination. We all have spirits looking over us. Maybe it's your ancestors. You can even be like a pet that's passed away. There's people looking out for you, and they're telling you to reach out, listen to them, and you're not alone in this struggle that you're going through. And I know it's painful, but these experiences make us better, and we can make better choices in the future and become stronger. And there's no point being hung up on it. Use it as a tool to grow and thrive and become this freaking empress. And yeah. It's time to get, it's time to get in touch. I feel like that was Spirit being like, yes, it's time to get in touch and ditch people that don't make you feel appreciated, if they're mean. And also make sure too, you're not one of these people that might not be aware of others' feelings and stuff like that. Because I know sometimes it's easy to get wrapped up in your own stuff. Try not to judge and realize we all are going through some stuff, no matter who it is. If they act like they aren't, there's something. And maybe before you get into any heated discussions or act out, even if they deserve it, kind of just play it cool, take your time, meditate on it. And maybe that's your cue to separate from this person, even if it's for a little bit. Maybe just take a rest from it when you can really see what you want, because like the thread said, it's really time to look inside and look at those times that made you truly happy. And would your old self, your little inner child, whatever that stage of life, would they want you to be where you are now? What would you do different if you were looking back, like looking at your future self from that view? Like, I think that's where you're really going to find this. So it's time to really do some inner work. Talk to your guides for sure. And I think this kind of supports it. Like, stop worrying about what other people think and do the right thing, and good things will come to you. And if you think someone's being a jerk or not good for you, then tell them, get out of it. Don't just stay around. I think, it's just going to be a broken record if you keep going back to the same patterns, even if you leave that person or whatever situation and you go back to it again, like, it's just going to happen again. So there's an ending here, and in order for it not to be some cyclical event and keep occurring in your life, you need to make some changes and cut ties with these patterns, these people. I think it's kind of internal too. Maybe there's a lot of like self-hate or self-doubt talk going on. Like, maybe you're being the bully to yourself, or you're not being in tune to your emotions because you put other people first, or there's some sort of blockage going on. You're not listening to your intuition, or you're letting other people call the shots, and you're just feeling really hurt inside. And Spirit's saying you don't have to feel that way. This is a time of spiritual awakening for you, and like, this will be so major at releasing all this icky stuff. And then once all the ickies, ickies, I don't know why I'm using that word. Once all of negative influences and negative behaviors and negative self-talk, like self-hate, I feel is coming out. Like, you need to be easier on yourself. Take time for yourself. And this will just, first of all, make you just feel better inside. Maybe doing some of this work will make you realize some negative things and make you feel really bad. Maybe you've even been deceiving yourself, like cutting yourself off from what you really want. But it's time to maybe journal, like meditate, like I keep saying, talk to your guides, look back at the memories like the original card said. And I really think looking at your inner child and doing some work with that and just seeing like what made you so happy, like so unbelievably happy, like when was the last time you felt that? Like, and what can you do or change to get back to that state? And it's not surprising me that this is kind of heavy, because we have the solar eclipse new moon this weekend, and it usually brings up some major shit, some stuff that's uncomfortable, we don't want to deal with. But if you do deal with it, which you should, it will make you grow so much, and that will reflect in your at least the next 6 months of your life. So there's some habits, some ties that need to be broken here. And I got like 2 messages. Like, the first definitely seemed like a relationship or something to me, but I think a lot of this is internal. I think there's a lot of internal conflict going on. And I understand it's hard to know what you want, especially when so many other people you've been taking care of, or they're in your life as well. And you're so used to this routine, and you're just feeling blocked, like you don't matter. It's like all about other people, and no, you do. You're a fucking queen. Like, sorry I'm cursing a lot in this video, but I can't help it. I feel like you gotta stop judging yourself. Look at all these major arcanas too. This is, yeah, and this makes sense with the solar eclipse. Like, this is a big theme. You need to listen to your intuition, stop judging yourself, and if you don't make changes, the same situations are just going to keep coming back to you, or you'll never get out. Like, it's time to realize what you want, how to get there, and realize that you're capable of getting there. You can do anything, and Spirit's saying you gotta reach out for help. If you feel like there's no people to help you, you have guides. Just, even if it sounds silly, just talking to them. You can just do journaling and just write out whatever comes. Like, and like, look out for synchronicities too. Like you keep saying, like, let's see, are there any like repeating numbers here? I feel like there have been. We have some 2s and 3s. Nothing crazy, but God, decent amount of swords. I feel like there's a lot of internal conflict. That I think you're breaking your own heart in a way. But this seems depressing, but this is the work you gotta do. Like, the new moon, I love because this is a time where you can reflect and really think about what you truly want and write it down. I highly suggest that. And then maybe you can like write down smaller things you could do to get there. And this is in Sagittarius, which is honestly really great and optimistic. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter and is really optimistic and can be good luck, and it really does tie with going with what you truly want, doing what's right for you. Like, you know what, be a little selfish right now if that's what you think it is. Selfish isn't always bad. You gotta focus on you and find that thread that ties you together, makes you feel whole, and it's gonna change your life. I'm gonna restart the camera and then we're gonna look at a few more things, and I think I'm getting more message too. 1 second. So when I just pulled up the weekly astrology forecast that I reference and study, I remembered that the eclipse is going to be close to the south node, and these eclipses in the south node feel especially challenging because these are like things from our past, like our karmic past and stuff that we need to overcome and that we might concentrate too much on, and that we need to learn how to move forward. Let me see if they say it better so I can tell you how it makes more sense. But yeah, it might feel a little bit more challenging. And when you look at your own chart, some things will make more sense, but I'm just looking at the general placement of all of the planets. So you know, we need to make changes in our thought patterns, particularly in terms with writing ourselves of old habits. Yeah, I didn't even read this part. I just clicked on the eclipse, the specific day. So we are called to increase our understanding and awareness of the world around us. Yeah, muster up the courage to expand our horizons and branch out into new ways of thinking. I feel like this is totally confirming the cards. I'm loving it. Gain more confidence and optimism by focusing on the big picture. Transcend the details of mundane existence. I see that as being like, yeah, reach out to your spirit team and like not get out of your everyday life in your head and work on positive thinking as a way of life. That's huge. I see that here, that a lot of people, the collective, myself included, I get stuck in these ruts of like negative self-talk and thinking like the worst, I'm not capable, I'm stuck in this position. No, stop that. It's just going to bring more negativity into you. You have to think about positive things. Like, I know you are so amazing, and I think you guys should start like gratitude journals if you're not already, positive affirmations. Be like, I am, like sometimes I write like, I'm an intuitive goddess and stuff like that. I write things like that to myself, and if anyone saw it, they'd probably think I was a weirdo, but whatever. And like, I feel like it makes my confidence feel better. There's a bunch of things where I'm like, abundance flows into my life. But it's time to, be more positive, and maybe there's something you've been wanting to do. They're talking about maybe beginning some sort of class or travel. And this is what I kind of touched on. Nurture faith, hope, and vision. Yes. We can too easily get lost in the details of mundane existence. With this potent Sagittarius energy, we might discover ways to transcend these details of day-to-day life and nurture our faith, hope, and vision. Because Sagittarius thinks in big terms, we may have a tendency to overdo our expectations or to assert ourselves too blindly. Although it's trying to Mars helps us assert ourselves with enthusiasm, it's time to be a little more adventurous and to set stage for reaping the rewards of our braveries, as little or as big as they may be. And it tells you not to jump to conclusions and also be considerate of other people's feelings. Oh, I was just saying that. And assert yourself, or don't be asserting yourself too brashly or blindly. Yeah, I said think before you speak or argue. Be respectful, of course. So yeah, you have the chance right now with this potent Sagittarius energy. Like, seriously, you guys do. We all do. To change, to make important changes that will benefit us well beyond this week. Like eclipses, like they're just this powerful energy. Like, I feel like it's going to be a little rough, but what you do this week is going to affect you well beyond this moon cycle. And there's things that we need to pay attention to. It says, focus on some of the constructive traits. Be more optimistic, enthusiastic, adventurous, honest, independent, and learn how to positively incorporate those qualities into your life. And this week is going to bring out things you see as flaws, which makes sense at the beginning of this year, and it's going to prompt you to want to redo or start fresh. And when you guys really should act on this. It's going to be huge for you. We may be called up to give something up in order to move forward in a new chapter in our lives. Yes, that's what I see. And although the new may be unrecognizable, it's important to allow the necessary surrender to the unknown. Eclipses closer to the south node tend to feel more challenging, and we concentrate too much on the idea that we might have to let something go. So if there is a need to let go, you got to let go, forgive others and yourself. That's me saying that. Cleanse and release. Yes, there's some heavy shit you guys, we all do have to let go in this week so we can move forward just so much more. When you get rid of all that negative junk, the negative energy, negative vibe, negative patterns, negative thought processes, and we just leave so much room in us to like bring forth abundance. Like good things will just flow in, especially with the Sagittarius energy. This is huge. There's going to be major developments in your personal life, your life in general, in the next 3 to 6 months if you do this. So I highly suggest doing this work and looking inside, cutting off anything that isn't serving you or is blocking you from moving forward in your life. And I feel like, that's like goes with the cards exactly. And because if you don't do this Judgment card reverse is telling me it's just the same old shit. I'm swearing so much today. I don't know why I'm saying sorry, but the same old shit's gonna keep happening. You need to break free, listen to your intuition, do what you want to do, try new things, let go and forgive yourself. Because I feel that so much self-hate is here or something. Forgive yourself. Just forgive others that have hurt you. Let go of that pain and resentment. There's no point of holding on to it. It just holds you back. It blocks you from becoming a vibrant, abundant person. And you're being called to definitely release that. We already talked about that, but I am saying talk to your spirit guides, because I know sometimes people feel alone, especially in these transitions, but you're not. You got me, you got your spirit guides. We're all a community here, but really, I think if you follow what your heart's saying to you right now, what your guides are saying, what your intuition is, it might be a really messy time, but in the long run, it's going to really pull you together, and you're going to feel whole and like a whole new person, and that joy you haven't felt since you were a child, or whatever, whenever that was, when you had that happy memory that was referenced in the beginning. Yeah. So there's definitely going to be some potent energy, but you got to work through it. Use it to your advantage, not to hold you back. So let's get a little bit more messages here. How about we do an angel guides number? My guides speak to me through numbers all the time, so look for synchronicities too. I'm getting. So I think this one, 107. Let's look it up. And I always encourage people to look up the angel numbers for themselves, because a lot of times when you use different search engines or whatever, or you just, even the same article, you might get a different, you might get a different message, but it says divine transformation in your life. That is what's coming. I love when the angel numbers go well with this. Oh my gosh. Wow. Let's see. It's an indication that the universe is giving you another chance to make something out of your life. Chances only come once in a while. You need to not waste one that has presented itself to you. This is your chance right now. This message here, what you're hearing, this new moon, this is the chance. This is I was going to say get out of jail free card. That sounds silly, but this is confirming what I've been saying. You will have to adopt a positive attitude that will enable you to develop wisdom and great insight that will enable you to make the right decisions. This is the time for you to make your circle of friends small. Only keep those friends who are happy with your progress. Yes, you're going to have to cut some ties. That's what I was saying. It encourages you to drop all the bad traits that hinder you from moving forward and achieving great success and abundance. This is freaking crazy. That's like exactly what message I was getting. That's awesome. I mean, it's not awesome that you have to cut ties and stuff, but like that, it's confirmation that it's time to make some changes, cut out those that make you feel bad, and it's time to take hold of your destiny. You're in charge of your life, and your divine team, they have your back. Once you do this, you'll understand the bigger, like, a part of your dreams. And if you don't, it'll be harder to achieve them. So prioritize the things you want in your life, not doing things for other people right now. It's time to focus on you. It doesn't mean you have to like cut everyone off like that you love, but like if they do love you back, they should be supportive of you in this time. They should be your support system, and you're them. Like, you should help each other. You should be able to talk about this. But if not, maybe that's a sign. Taking risks will go a long way in enabling you to succeed. Risks are there to make you stronger. Without risks, no one can achieve greatness. Leave all the uncertainties behind and focus on your life. Angel number 107 comes to you as an assurance that all your efforts will be rewarded, but only if you follow the right path. Angels will support and help you in times of needs. Embrace their messages, and you will not regret their decisions at all. Wow. Yeah. I think this literally goes with everything. You cannot achieve anything substantial if you wallow in your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone, do something meaningful with your life, and seriously, this will cause divine transformation. And that thread, yes, it's all going to come together. Man, love it. I feel like this message is all coming together. The thread, the thread is being tied together, like confirmation. Like, you have to stop relying on others, or like let your thoughts holding you back. I'm trying to see any other messages that are coming through right now. Oh my God, that's crazy. I love it. Wow. If you guys found a different message that resonated, please leave a comment. Yeah, it's a divine assurance of a new beginning. I'm just looking at one other site to see if it says anything, but yeah, guys, it's time to face whatever we've been blocking out. Cut out the bad. Oh my God, this is going to be a tough but wonderful thing this week. Now, if you guys are feeling really heavy, we can all chat about it here in the comments, but I think this is a good thing, you guys. I think this is really good. So, what kind of oracle deck should I get right now? What should we finish this off on? It's probably a really long video. And do you guys want any journal prompts? Should I do like a nice little thing? I haven't used this one in a while. I don't even know what these say, but got them in God's Provisions like a year ago. But I think maybe it'll provide some kind of way that we can cope, some additional message. But I can't believe that 107. Wow. Any last messages for us, Spirit? We get that you're there and you want us to talk to you. Pull this thread together. Oh my God, you guys, I love when it's confirmed this way. Like, angel numbers really talk to me, so that's why I encourage people to look for like numbers or like music. Oh, in the beginning, remember I said something about how like maybe even like a song or something can spark this memory that'll bring you back to that like happy moment that'll help you figure out what pulls your life together, what your path is. Maybe your guys talk to you in song. Huh. Okay. What I pulled was gratitude. Today is a day to be grateful for everything in your life. When you focus on all that you have, you create more to be grateful for. Take a deep breath and feel the tingling sensation of gratitude. You are grounded, blessed, and in tune with all creation. Yes, gratitude is so important. And if you don't know where to start on this journey with like your guides and self-discovery and all of that, that is a great place to start and to get out of that negative mindset. And I try to write things down every day about what I'm grateful for. And some days might be tougher than others. And I'll be like, I'm grateful for this coffee. I'm grateful for my cat. And then it just keeps going. Like it just flows in. Like, wow, my life really isn't that shitty. Like it could be way worse. Like I've got really good things here that I should pay more attention to. Yeah, and that will help with literally everything in life, but this whole week and this whole change in attitude and with the self-hate I'm getting strongly. I feel called to get one more of these cards. They're so cute. Any last messages here? Blooming. Every stage of a plant's life is necessary. Each step is valuable. Your experiences are always adding to the richness of your flowering consciousness. Today, remember to enjoy the garden of your true nature. Oh, I love that. I feel like that is what's happening this week. You're gonna, this is a rough stage maybe, but every stage, like I was saying, even the hard times make you who you are. And it's time to discover your self-worth and how beautiful and amazing you are and bloom and thrive. And if you do all these things Spirit's saying, you are going to. And you're going to realize how amazing you are finally. And be treated that way by other people. Because once you treat yourself that way, others will as well. And you only deserve it. You only deserve to be treated well. So start with treating yourself well. Oh, I just want to hold, I don't know, I want one more. Abundance. Oops. So yeah, once we practice gratitude, we start to bloom. I think abundance will flow in. Sorry, I messed up the cards, but no one cares. To be abundant goes beyond material wealth. Yes. Oh my God, it's right by the Empress too. She's abundant in everything. Abundance is a state of plenitude that does not depend on anything else other than gratitude. Everything you believe is shifting and expanding, evolving and becoming something bigger than life. Open your heart and receive. Abundance is yours. Holy shit, that goes with everything too. Oh my gosh. Everything is shifting and expanding and you're evolving. You're realizing what it is you want in life. And once you let go of all this bad stuff, bad ties, bad self-habits, destructive habits, self-sabotage, all that, you can receive everything you want and more. Oh my God, why don't I ever use this deck? It's amazing. This just fell on the ground. This is empowerment. When you start to take responsibility for your results, behaviors, and actions, you take responsibility for your life. When you are responsible for your life, you gain authentic power. Empower yourself to live the life of your dreams. Oh my God, I wasn't even shuffling or anything. That just came out. This is harsh but brutal. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm really looking forward to an amazing journey and future with you guys. I think things will be bright. So let's all cut out the bad things. And if you don't know, I think I'm going to do this later. I'm going to write out bad behaviors I want to cut out and negative relationships or anything that I feel like is holding me back or making me feel bad, any part of my life. But then I'm going to follow it with gratitude and what I'm thankful for. And then after that, I think it'll be more clear, looking at what's not serving you, what is good. And then you can put your hopes and dreams and then come up with the plan for the new moon, what you want to manifest based on that. And I think that's a great way to start. And be sure to pay attention to messages from your guides because they're definitely speaking right now. And I wish you guys the best of luck navigating this week. And I love you guys. You guys are strong. I believe in you. Your spirit guides believe in you. You can do this. You are possible. You can have the best possible life. Most abundant, beautiful, blossoming, empowering life. And it's coming. You just gotta cut out the bad. Let the good flow in. That's it, you guys. I love you so much. Have a great week and let me know how it goes for you. Bye.